watching Virginia This Morning.
Well, it's nearing the end of January and flu season is now in full swing. In fact, the Centers for Disease Control says Virginia is one of about 20 states now experiencing widespread flu activity. But the good news is it's not too late to protect yourself with a flu shot. Amanda Landis is here with some important facts about the flu this year. Good morning, Amanda. We've been having a nice chat in between the commercial break here. Good morning to you. I didn't mean to interrupt you. We talked about how Virginia is one of the states that's experiencing widespread flu. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, Virginia is one of about 20 states, as you said. About half the country right now actually is experiencing widespread flu activity. And what they mean by widespread is that there are increases or outbreaks in about half the regions in the state of the flu virus.
So that means all of us are at risk if we haven't taken steps to protect ourselves.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about that. I get my flu shot early in the season. They were available, I think, in August of last year. Am I still protected?
You are. And flu season actually runs from usually around October to May, but the peak season is usually December to March. But the flu vaccine actually does take about 2 weeks to become effective or fully effective in your system to help prevent infection. So that's great that you were planning ahead.
I try to, because there's nothing worse than suffering with the flu. And the flu can be dangerous, if not even deadly.
Yes, that is so true. There are some individuals who are at higher risk for complications or even death, unfortunately, and those would include children under age 5, especially under age 2, our senior population, and individuals with chronic conditions such as asthma, diabetes, chronic lung disease, for example. But even individuals without any previously diagnosed chronic conditions are still at risk, and deaths occur every season, unfortunately, from the flu.
That's not a good thing. A lot of people hesitate to get an inoculation because they don't like needles, and there was a flu mist available, but that's no longer available this season, right?
Well, it's not recommended by the CDC. The only option recommended would be the flu vaccine that's injectable, and that's due to concerns about the effectiveness this season, the 2016-2017 season.
So you'd get it and then it really wouldn't do you any good.
Potentially, yes.
Potentially. Okay, let's talk about getting the vaccine. A lot of people do say, if I get the vaccine, it means I'm going to get the flu. That's the biggest myth that is out there, right?
Right, absolutely. It does seem to be a common myth, but that is not true. The flu vaccine is actually created with inactivated flu virus or not even any flu virus at all. You're not going to get the flu from getting the vaccine. You're just going to try to better protect yourself against getting infection.
And was it last year that the vaccine didn't really match the virus strains that were out there very well, but this year it's much better matched?
Right, that's one of the changes this season. Yes, there have been changes made to better fight against or better protect against the new strains that are out there.
And that's a good thing. So if you do get the flu, what are some of the things that you should do to make yourself more comfortable?
Well, you certainly want to stay home. You don't want to go out and spread germs.
And that's the key, because I didn't mean to interrupt you, but when you have the flu, or before you even have symptoms yourself, you can spread the flu to other people.
Yes, unfortunately you can. Most healthy adults can actually spread the virus or infect others up to a day prior before they even start exhibiting any symptoms, as well as 5 to 7 days after becoming sick. So there's quite a range there, a little over a week actually, and unfortunately that means you can infect others with the virus before you even know that you have it yourself.
Not good. So we're staying home when we get the flu. What else can we do to make ourselves more comfortable?
Yes, absolutely. Well, hopefully you have someone to take care of you. I know we talked a little about that earlier, but if you don't, certainly stay hydrated, and I would suggest also promptly contacting your healthcare provider if you do start exhibiting any symptoms that could potentially be influenza.
Are there any medications, treatments, other than just kind of riding it out that can make you feel better?
Sure, there are some over-the-counter options that could potentially help alleviate some of your symptoms, but again, I would suggest connecting with your healthcare provider. They can best recommend what would work for you and hopefully help treat some of those symptoms that you're experiencing.
So what are the symptoms we should look out for? Because like you say, you can be sick before you see the symptoms.
There's a lot actually. So you'd want to be on the lookout for fever, cough, sore throat, runny or stuffy nose, chills, fatigue. Some individuals may exhibit diarrhea and vomiting, so a little bit more extreme perhaps. And then other individuals may actually exhibit no symptoms at all, or perhaps just some upper respiratory symptoms without any fever. So it's quite a range actually.
Yeah, because sometimes the flu is that, you feel good one day, the next day you feel horrible.
seem to sneak up on you at times.
Yes, it does.
Again, that's why we want to get our flu vaccine and try to prevent that.
Right, so this is the time of year we can still get a flu vaccine and still protect ourselves.
Definitely, yes. Yes, you want to get a flu vaccine this year and every year, and you definitely can still get it for this season.
All right, some great advice. Amanda Landis, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I
And stay
appreciate it.
healthy this season.
Yes.
I'm going to try my best as well. We'll put a link to more information about protecting yourself from the flu on our website. Just go to WTVR.com/VTM. And still ahead, if you like chocolate, you are going to love